What's going on, everyone? MikeO back today featuring the best looking PSA 5 of all time. Got a 2019 Bowman Heritage Eloy Jimenez black and white parallel. This card came in a recent PSA submission, a couple submissions ago. I personally have not seen anything wrong with it yet. That doesn't mean there isn't, and there's not something that I continuously keep missing. But from a distance, this card looks like perfection, maybe even Gem Mint 10 quality, centering, pretty solid, maybe not perfect, but really solid. Card looks excellent and sharp. So, I just don't know. Again, could easily have missed something, but zooming up here, if anyone sees anything, please let me know. Obviously, we got the sharp corners going. I'll have to drop this down a little bit to take more of a peek, but a PSA 5, maybe that right corner is slightly not cut completely perfect. I do know there on the left-hand side, that left border, there is a very, very slight print mark there. That's something I noticed before I sent it in, but still figured, hey, should be a 9, could be a 10. We'll see. Every card, modern, vintage, whatever it is going to have some sort of imperfection. Very difficult to find a card that is pristine. But for a card to grade a 5, a modern card, you would expect there to be some sort of crease, which is not something that I have found to this point. There is always the temptation to crack out and resend, but you have to decide if it's worth it. You see the edges. So turn it around. Let's look at the back. Corners. Got some edges. Look at the surface. This paper type of back. They always kind of have the same and similar look. But I just figured I'd share, because you never know. Could be missing something. Maybe it was a data entry error on PSA's part, and it should have received a higher grade. Honestly, PSA is so backed up, and they're so behind, it's certainly not worth the trouble. But it's one of those things I've considered cracking, sending the SGC, see what happens. If you send it back to PSA, what would it come back? Would it be a 5 once again? Would it be a 9 or a 10? But I really want to know. If you guys see something that's glaring, please let me know. Because definitely not seeing any kind of crease. It looks like a little print defect there. I'm just super zoomed in here, so this is not stuff that you necessarily see by hand or by your eye, but see you got that little print mark in there, but it doesn't look like an actual crease. So I could see that deducting. You can cherry pick every card with the little marks. But overall, so you can see the little marks on the surface. Marks that you really don't notice unless you're super zooming up. The question is, would these be things that would, take a modern card and drop it 5 grades? Because we're talking about the overall eye appeal. The overall eye appeal from an arm's length is certainly that of a 9 or a 10. I was expecting to see some sort of little spider crease or something like that. But there we go. That's it. PSA 5 Eloy Jimenez Bowman Heritage Black and White Parallel from 2019 Bowman Heritage. Definitely not a product that was produced all that heavily, so not a lot have gone out for grading. Either way, I can personally say that pretty much the best looking PSA 5 I have ever seen. What about you? Have you seen a better looking modern day PSA 5? Is there something you see that stands out as being a major problem with this card? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.